Okay. Good evening to all. Yeah, my voice is clear. Okay. We will wait a few more minutes till other students join. Only 10 students are joined till now. I think I have shared one link, and most of the students are going to join automatically.
Okay, so can we start?
Okay, for last lectures we have covered the point that is generate the pseudo random numbers. Okay. So for that purpose, we are using the algorithm which is known as Mercin's Twitter's algorithms. That algorithm produces the 33-bit precision floats. This algorithm techniques is very fast and threshold safe, but not suitable for the cryptographic purpose. Okay, for these to generate the random serial numbers, we are learn different methods. The first is random dot seeds, random dot get set, random dot set state, then random dot uniforms, random data range, then random dot randoms, random dot choice, random dot choices, random dot shuffle, random dot uniforms. These are different methods we have learned from the previous lectures. Okay, I have executed the program for most of the techniques. Only two techniques was remains, that random dot set state and random dot get state. I have told to execute these two different techniques by your own. Okay, so the next point is functional programming models. That point we are going to see it. For functional programming models or for functional programming language, it is expected to follow these concepts. Functional programming is the programming paradigms in which we try to bind the everything like your objects, the methods, functions in pure mathematical functional styles. For that purpose, to bind the objects, functions, call function, iterations, we are using the mathematical functions. Like we have already seen all the mathematical functions for the previous point, that pi, infinity, not a numbers, that methods we have seen. Okay, so it is the declarative type of programming style. Its main focus is on what to solve in contrast to an imperative style, where the main focus is how to solve the functional programming models. It uses the expressions instead of the statements. Okay, for functionals, we are directly using the functions instead of declaring the statements in the programs. So if expression is evaluated to produce the values, whereas the statement is executed to assign the variables. Okay, so functional programming is totally depends on over the expressions, and every expression is going to produce the values, and whereas the statement is always executed to assign the variable. For assigning the statements or declaring the statements, we have to assign the variables for that statement. Okay, and expression is evaluated to produce the directly values. Okay, so this is for the functional programming models. So there are different functions or different types of functional programming models that we are going to see. So the first type is a pure function, second recursion, third functions are first class and can be higher order. Last is the variables are immutables. Okay, let's see all the methods type in detail. The first is the pure functions. So pure functions has a two main properties. First property is that they are always produce the same output for the same argument irrespective of anything else. Okay, for pure function we are always producing the same output for the same arguments. So secondly, they have no side effects. They do modify any arguments or global variables or output something. It means that you can modify the global variables. You can modify the number of arguments which is declared in the functions. There is no side effect in that on that function name. Okay, so that is for the pure functions. So next is the recursion. There are no for or while loops in functional language. Iterations in functional language is implemented through the recursion. So as we know, recursion is nothing but the functions call itself. So in the recursion, there is no concept for loop and while loop in functional programming. It is depend upon the iterations. Okay, so that is for the recursions. Next, the functions are first class and can be higher order. So first class functions are treated as a first class variables, which is declared at the time of declaration of your class. Okay, in that we are declaring the variables. The first class variables can be passed to a function as arguments and can be written from the functions and stored in data structures. Okay, and can be written from functions, and all the functions arguments which is passed between the functions that is stored in the data structures. So next is the functions are immutable. In functional programming, we cannot modify the variables after it has been initialized. So we can create a new variable. Immutable means that we cannot modify the variables. Okay, in functional programming, once you declare the variables, we cannot modify it. We can create a new variable, but we can't modify existing variables. Okay, so what you can create a number of new variables, but whatever the variables which is declared previously, we cannot modify that variables. You can create a number of variables, but we cannot modify the variables which is declared previously. So that is the variables are immutables. For functional programming, so there are 4 methods: pure functions, recursions. Functions are first class and can be higher order. And variables are the immutables. So let's see first function type, that is the pure functions. Okay, for pure functions has 2 properties that are already told. Once you declare the functions, you can pass a number of arguments between that functions. Okay, so that is the pure variable, pure function, not a variable. So pure functions has a 2 properties. The first property is always produce the same output for the same arguments. So let's the examples are given. 3 plus 7 will always be 10, no matter what. Okay, as we know, 3 plus 7 addition is 10. Okay, once you declare in the functions, the result will be the same. There is no effect in the function name. So that is the pure functions. So second properties is it does not change or modify the input variables. Okay, once we create the variables, we cannot change or modify that variables. We have to keep that variable as it is. So that example is given. Define pure functions. So define, that is a definition of pure functions. Pure function is the name of the functions. In bracket, we are passing the arguments, that is the list. Okay, so new list is equal to empty. Okay, so new list is equal to empty. We are not passing any kind of arguments in between that list or any kind of list between this list. So for I in list, I is the variables in list. So new list dot append. New list dot append in bracket I into 2. Okay, and return the new list. Drive the codes, that is the original list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and modify the list is equal to pure functions, that is name of the functions, and in bracket we are passing the original list as an argument. So what is the original list? That is a list contains the numbers or not number, that is digit 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, as it is comes into the modified list. So print that modified and original list. Print original list is equal to original list, comma original list, and modify the list, comma modify the list. So original list is 1, 2, 3, 4. and you can append that list with the help of append functions. New list dot append I, that is double into 2. Okay, so if I is 1, that is value is 2. If I is 2, that is value is 4, that is it comes under the square, that is 2, 4, 9, 16. Then after that 5, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, like that it is going to show. So that is for the example for the pure functions. I have executed the example here. Define pure function of list. New is equal to, that is empty list. For I in list, new list dot append I, that is square of 2. Okay, that is original list. Here play 1, 2, 3, 4 list as an array, and modify the list is equal to pure functions in bracket. We are passing the original list as an argument, and print original list, this original list, and modify the list as a modified list. That I already explained these examples. Okay, run the module. Okay, original list 1, 2, 3, 4, and modify the list 1, 4, 9, 16. So that is for the pure functions. Same example is there for the recursions. So as we know, recursion is used to call the functions recursively. So during functional programming, there is no concept for the for loops and while loops. Instead, recursion is used. Okay. Functional programming मध्ये for आणि while loopचा कुठलाही concept नव्हता. That's why we are using the recursion in C. So recursion is the process in which a functions call itself directly or indirectly. In the recursion programs, the solution to the base case is provided, and solution to the bigger problem is also expressed in the smaller programs. The question may arise, what is the base class? The base class can be considered as a condition that tells the compilers and interpreter to exit from the functions. So as we know, recursion is used to call the functions directly or indirectly to itself. So example is there, some examples are this. So this example is also very simple. Define sum, that is list. I is the subscript, n is the number of variables, n is the count. Okay, if n is less than equal to I, then return the count, then increment the values of I. So going to the recursion, that is count is equal to sum comma L, that is it is going to incremented by 1. Number is incremented by 1, that is I plus 1 comma n comma count, then return the count and drive the code, that is L5. We have given the numbers or list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and count is equal to, initially count is 0, n is equal to length of n, that is the 4, and print sum of L comma 0 comma n comma count. So output will be the 15. So instead of I will execute program. Better. Uh, we have to type the programs, otherwise it is going to show the intended blocks. but पण रिकर्जनचे प्रोग्राम सिम्पल्स आहेत. जसं तुम्ही सी चे प्रोग्राम्स एक्झिक्यूट करत होता, सेम एक्झाम्पल इज देअर फॉर द लिस्ट. ओके, तर ह्याची सम किती येणार आहे? 5 आणि 4 9, 5 plus 4, 4 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 2 plus 1, that is the 50. Okay, that is for the functional programming modules. So the last point is in this unit is files and directory access. Files and directory access, Python directory. So as we know, directory is nothing but the folders. So Python directory, if there are large number of files to handle in our just give me 2 minutes. Okay, so that is Python. My voice is audible. Okay. So Python file and directory access. Python directory, if there are large number of files to handle in our Python programs, we can arrange our code within different directories to make the things more manageable. A directory folder is the collections of files and subdirectories that as we know. So once you create one folder, so that folder contains a number of sub files. So Python has the OS modules that provides us with many useful methods to work with the directories. Okay. Anybody's having laptop? Anybody has laptop now? Okay, my screen is visible to all. Is it visible? Just put the message in the chat box if it is visible. Okay, fine. So next point is the files and directory access. Okay, I will just explain these concepts. And if you have any laptops, anybody is having the laptop, you just you can open the laptop and just try to execute these commands, whatever I told. Okay. So Python directories, if there are a large number of files to handle in our Python programs, we can arrange our code within different directories to make the things more manageable. As we know, directory or folder is the collections of files or subdirectories. Python has the OS modules that provides us with many useful modules to work with the directories as well as files. So get the current directory. So that is first script that we can call it as. We can get the present working directory using the getc wd method. Okay, so this is getc wd method, which is used to get the current working directories with the help of OS modules. So that is this method, that is get current directory or get c working directory. WD, it stands for the working directory. So this method returns the current working directory in the form of a string. We can also use the get c working directory of B to get it as a byte object. B stands for the byte object. So this is another way to get the current working directory. So here import OS. So OS is the module we are importing in our code. So os dot get current working directory, that is get c wc. Get c wc, and second is the get c, that is current working directory of bytes object. So the extra backslash implies an escape sequence. The print function will render this properly. So print in bracket os dot get current working directory. Okay, so that is the get current directory. So next is the change the directory. Okay, that is changing the directory. So we can change the current working directory by using change directory method. So the new path that we want to change into must be supplied as a string to this method. Okay, so ch directory stands this method which is used to change the current working directory. So we can use both the forward slash or backward slash to separate the path element. So either you can use forward slash or you can use the backward slash to separate the path element. So it is safer to use the escape sequence when using the backward slash. Okay. So os dot change directory. os dot change directory which is used to change the current working directories, and this is the c colon double backward slash. Okay, and then python python 33 म्हणजे आपण सी एफ फोल्डर मध्ये पायथॉन हे या डायरेक्टरी वरती सेव्ह केलेला आहे. नेक्स्ट प्रिंट इन ब्रॅकेट so I current working directory is done. So import os and need to use current working directory. So os dot get c current working directory. Okay. So this is the directory is going to display here. C user C app data local C grant त्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही काय केले पायथॉन इन्स्टॉल केले ह्या डायरेक्टरीमध्ये. नेक्स्ट os dot get c that is current working directory and b for the bytes. Okay, it is going to display that is b for the bytes, and then all the path is going to show here that is as an output. Okay. So print os dot get current working directory. It will render the two properties. So next that is change the directory. Okay. So os dot change directory and then give the path name on which you save the program. Okay. So print os dot get current the working directory. So it is going to display here. Okay, on the console. list directories and files. So all the files and subdirectories inside the directory can be retrieved using the list directory method. आपले सगळ्या files वगैरे तुम्हाला list करायचे असतील फंक्शनवरती, then you can use the list directory method. Okay, but it should be inside of your subdirectory. So here a statement is given: all files and subdirectories inside the directory can be retrieved using the list directory method. So this method takes in a path and returns the list of subdirectories and files in that path. If no path is specified, it returns the list of subdirectories and files from the current working directory. So when you specify the path, it will list all the subdirectories and files. If there is no path the user is specified, then it only returns the list of subdirectories and files. But it should be in the current working directory, not in the subdirectory. Okay, so that is for the list directories and files. So print os.get current working directory and os.list directory. Okay, म्हणजे करंट वर्किंग डायरेक्टरी मध्ये जेवढ्या फाइल्स असतील किंवा सब डायरेक्टरीज असतील ते इथे डिस्प्ले होतील. That is DLL document include libraries like license.txt, news.txt, python.exe, python w.exe, redmi.txt, script, tools, that all directory is going to, not directory plus subdirectory. Okay, that is going to display here with the help of list directory command. So making a new directory. Okay, so we can make a new directory using the make directory method. So make directory method which is useful to create a new directory. This method takes in a path of the new directory. If the full path is not specified, the new directory is created in the current working directory. If you are not specified the full path, then new directory is created in the current working directory. So mk directory which is used to create a new directory. So this is the method which is used to create a new directory. So I will just show os dot make directory. Okay. In between we need to show the path. So I will just copy this path here. Okay. os dot make directory. Copy the path and we see. Okay, so why it is not going to create it? Because this file is already exists. We already saved the program. We already created the directory in the current working directory. So C is the current working directory and all our other subdirectories. Okay, that's why it is not going to create here. Okay, so os dot instead of os dot make directory in bracket as the directory name, that is the text. As it is, you can pass it. Enter, and then os dot list directory. So that is os dot list directory. Okay, all the directories will display here. That is, we have already created the test directory. It is going to display here. So this is the text directory. It is going to be visible to us. Okay. because we have created the new directory in the current working directory. So C users speed app data local programs Python then /Python 38-32. These are our current working directory. Okay, and these are our subdirectories. In that we are created the new directory. So renaming the directory or the file. To rename the methods, you can use the rename method. For renaming any directory or file, the rename method takes in two basic arguments. The old names as the first argument and new names as the second argument. Okay. म्हणजे जी टेस्ट ही डायरेक्टली आपण क्रिएट केली आहे तर त्या टेस्ट ह्या डायरेक्टली जर you have to rename that directory, then you can use the rename method. So that I am going to show here. So I have already executed these programs and I have copied in the PPT. So os dot list directory that is text. Os dot list directory. So that is our text there. Os dot rename. Okay. And here use text. That is old directory, comma new directory, that is new one. Okay. Then os dot list directory. Okay, so the new is a new one. So it is replaced. Check whether where it is. Okay, so already directory, that is test is renewed with the new one. Okay, here it is this, that is new one. Whatever the previous directory which is there, that is test, it is renamed with the new directory name called as a new one. So that is the rename in the directory or a file. So next is the remove directory. Okay, a file can be removed or deleted using the remove method. Similarly, the rm directory, that is remove directory method, remove an empty directory. So we have created the new directory name as a new one. Okay, if you want to remove the directory, you can use the remove method, that is rm directory. So that is list directory os.remove, that is old text. So os.list directory new one and os.remove directory with the new one. Okay. And after removing the directory, it is show the empty directory. तुम्ही पण ट्राय करू शकतो, काही अवघड नाही याच्यामध्ये. The code is there, you can just apply the code in the IDL. Okay, so these are the directories and files. Okay, files and directory access. So here our unit number 4 is over. Or unit number 4 is completed. So I will share the PPT on one of your colleagues' email ID. Each he or she will distribute among the people. And for next lectures, I am going to conduct the test, unit test second. On unit number third and fourth. Do you have any kind of problem? I think Monday to Thursday we have lectures 10 to 12. So instead of theoretical questions, I will give you only programs. Programs plus one quiz. Quiz contains 20 questions. In that quiz, some of the MCQ type questions and some of the programs, which is based on your third and fourth unit. Okay. For already we have conducted the test on unit number 1 and unit number 2. Okay. I have checked your paper also. So on Thursday I will display the or I will show the marks. Okay. So A or as well as B division, just put your clear email IDs in the chat box. I will distribute or I will send the fourth unit notes on that email ID. He or she from A or B division CS, they will share among you people. Okay. So we will stop here. Wait, I'm taking attendance. Patrol number 1, A division. Present. 2. 2. Absent. 3.
Present, ma'am.
4. 5.
Present, ma'am.
6.
Present.
7. 8. 9.
Present.
10.
10 present.
11 present.
12.
Present, ma'am.
13.
Present, ma'am.
14.
13 present. 13 present.
14. 15.
Present.
16. 17. 18.
Present, ma'am.
20, 21,
Ma'am,
20
19
present, ma'am.
present.
21, 22,
22 present, ma'am.
23, 23 A division, 24,
Present.
25,
Present, ma'am.
26,
Present, ma'am.
27,
27 present, ma'am.
28, 28, 29,
Present, ma'am.
30, 31, 32,
Present, ma'am.
32 is there, 33, 34, 35,
35 present, ma'am.
Yes, present.
36,
36 present, ma'am.
37,
Present, ma'am.
38,
38 present, ma'am.
39, 40, 41, 42, 43,
42 present, ma'am.
44,
Present, ma'am. 44 present.
45, 45, 46, 46, 47,
Yes, ma'am.
48. What's your roll numbers? 47, 48,
48 present, ma'am.
49,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55,
55 present.
57,
56
57,
present.
58, 59, 60,
Present, ma'am. 58.
59,
59.
60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65,
64 present, ma'am.
65 present.
66, 67, 68,
67 present. 67.
68, 69, 70.
Present. 69 present.
Okay, so absent number from PA divisions are 2479, 14, 16, 17, 21, 23, 28, 29, 31, 33, 34, 39, 40, 41, 43, 45, 46, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 57, 60, 61, 62, 63, 66, 68, and 70. These roll numbers are absent from TA division.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, roll number 29 is present. A29.
Okay, next.
Roll number 34 present.
34. Okay, next. Next. Okay, so A division students, you can leave from the meeting. TEB. One, two, three, four,
Present, ma'am.
5,
3 present.
5 present. 5 present, ma'am.
6,
3 present, ma'am.
7, 8, 9,
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, 8 present.
9, 10, 11, 12,
11 present, ma'am.
Pre- 12 present, ma'am.
13, 14,
Present, ma'am.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Ma'am, 22 present.
23, 23, 24, 25,
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am. Yes.
26 present, ma'am. 27 present, ma'am.
28, 29, 30,
30 present, ma'am.
31,
Present.
32, 32,
33 present,
33,
madam. 33
34,
present.
34, 35, 36,
Present, ma'am.
37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58,
58, ma'am. Present.
59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67,
Present, ma'am. 66.
67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73,
Present, ma'am. 72 present.
73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80.
79 present.
Ma'am, 16. Ma'am, 16.
Oh, okay, 16 present. Next,
Madam, 4 present.
huh?
16 present.
Next, 4 is
4.
present. 16 is present. Next, 26,
Ma'am, 10.
14 present. Okay, next, 75 is present. Okay.
Ma'am, 16.
Okay.
Ma'am, 3.
Okay. Roll number?
3.
Okay, present. Next, 24 is present. कौन हो गया 25,
16.
24, 26 present. 16, 27 is present. Okay. Next, 66 is
Ma'am, 22.
yes, is present. So I'm calling the absent numbers from B division. 1, 2, 6, 7, 9, 10, 15, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 25, 29, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 40, sorry, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 73, 74, 76, 77, 78, and 80. B 25 is present.
Ma'am,
Okay,
10.
10. Okay,
Madam,
next
35.
Ma'am, 10.
35. Okay, next 35 is present. Next 68. Okay, next 03. Okay, present. 10, present. 66, present. 03, present. Anuradha. 66, present. Okay.